Yeah, hi YouTuber. Uh, this is Luai. I want to share with you today my experience on taking off turbocharger and oil cooler on 6.0 power stroke F250 diesel engine, 2004. Here where we starting, I already did half the way of the job. Just let me tell you what's the problem was in the beginning. Uh, the engine is leaking a lot of oil, so uh, first thing come to mind, turbocharger. The turbocharger has a line, cooling line, is this kind of cooling line, oil cooling line, supply line, oil supply line. This is the one at the top, come on the top of the turbocharger, and this is the one on the bottom, and go into that place over here. So I thought that area was plenty of oil, so I didn't see I didn't spot exactly where is the leak. So I said, let me take off the turbocharger. It could be one of those O-rings, the pipe O-ring supply the turbocharger, or the other ones go over here with the top pipe. So I took off, cleaning the area over here, and wait for another day. I spotted another, I still have oil leak coming from somewhere here. So I said, okay, the oil base, oil filter base has had O-ring over here, could be the reason. I took it off, but I'm still spotting oil. So I said, okay, this is the second stage of the oil filter base, which is here to the oil cooler base. So yeah, you have two stages of let us say platform. So this is the main bottom one, which is the oil cooler underneath here, and then this is the oil filter platform, which is connected with those three T30 screws, and some of them T45, and like those, and the oil filter base is 10 millimeter screw. So I had to decide to take off that because the oil is coming from that area over here. You see a lot of oil, and still was coming plenty of oil down here. Where's the oil cooler platform connected to the block? So we have to do that. The oil filter or ring base doesn't require you to take off the intake manifold. I took it off straight, but when I start taking off that first platform, and I find there is a screw under the air intake, which you cannot take him off. This one and this dude over here, both of them you cannot take off until you take the air intake. So I said once, okay, I have to take the air intake anyway. How? Because I have to take off the oil cooler also, change the O-ring underneath, where is the oil cooler platform connected to the block. Okay, so we had to take off the air intake. You need to take off the harness of the fuel injectors, then put them aside. For sure, when you want to take off the oil filter base, which is connected with the fuel filter base too. So we have to disconnect the fuel line. They come together, attached together. So took them off, then again back to air intake. You have over here a clamp 11, not with a gasket. I need to take off those, so do cleaning. It's really hard to take off. Anyway, I will leave it here, so when I install put that gasket back, or I have to order new ones anyway. So air intake, those screw 10 millimeter long, and you have to disconnect the EGR cooler line, which is connected with a blue hose over here. I'll show it to you later on the table, on the bench. So you have to disconnect from here the hose for the cooler EGR cooler line. Now, once you take off that, it's very little bit hard to slide it out. I start losing all those screws of the oil cooler, and I'm gonna start now. You see that base is already loose, and also the oil cooler base start getting off. So yeah, I will keep you posted. So this is the air intake. Sorry to show you a full video how to take off those parts, but if anyone wanna dig in that job, he has to, at least he has some expertise how to take off those parts. It's not that difficult. You're gonna struggle a little bit with them, but you can find out the way how you get them out. But that's the EGR cooling line was going under here in that position, and it's attached with those two bolts under here, and that there is o-ring over here. Just took it. This is the gasket. This is the o-ring. This is the gasket. Go here. The o-ring underneath this one for the water line, and here where to go the heat of the exhaust, and there is one more gasket for that side going to the exhaust. So that part's connected underneath this here, and you're gonna struggle with this hose, the blue hose, which is connected to the EGR cooler. This cap was attached over here. Let me show you. Was this position this way, and this is the cover of it, and here where's the pipe, the blue hose I mean, go attached to here. So a little bit hard to get them off together if you don't want to rip that hose and you want to reuse it again. But I ordered all the parts, they all together, they come one kit, and including that blue hose, so I'm gonna replace it. So just cut it a little bit here to get the clamp out. Anyway, so this is the air intake, this is the oil cooler. So in order also to take off that oil cooler, need to find out like a big bolt with washer to go on top of that, and then I use 2 wood piece 2x4, put them underneath this way here and this way here, and you tap on that, you tap on it on the screws. After, sorry, I forget to tell you, there is 2 nuts over here, 13, and those the nuts 13 go here, and then another 2 screw from the bottom of that oil cooler, they go here. Just look like this, 2 bolt here and here. So 2 bolt, 2 nuts holding the oil cooler with o-rings. I took off one of the o-rings, which is this. I still have the other one here. I'm gonna take it off. Watch out here, there is one more o-ring go to with that cover, and one more also things you have to be careful. Oh, fall out. I don't know what's that you can call nut with o-ring holding the oil base with the second stage of the oil cooler. So you go right here. So we need also to change the oil for it. So be careful. There's 2 here, o-ring, and another 2 over here. Yeah. Where I put them? Yep, there's two here on the cover. So 1, 2, 3, which is this. I get it out. Yeah. So 3 and 4. Those are the only O-rings you have, and with the gasket around that. So let me show you those. This is the gasket of the second stage of the oil cooler, and we have also those belong to here, and this one belongs to that. This O-ring, and there is that water line under the air intake manifold. You go here. We go in the over here. So that's the place of the big O-ring over here. We need to replace that O-ring too, which is go here. In order to take off the intake manifold, I move it out. And a lot of O-rings, you know, just go to the Ford dealer and get the kit. It should include everything. I took off the IPR valve. I checked the screen of it. It's in good shape. There's a filter screen here. Just clean a little bit debris. I'm gonna clean it more. Change the O-rings too. This is the gasket I was talking about, the EGR cooling line, which is go in the end. What is that clamp over there? You see it? So you need to clean the area off very well before you put the parts. So I made it clean. I cleaned the surface, so almost ready. I'm going to go get the parts. Start also cleaning with this. Cleaning the oil cooler, cleaning the filter base. Start putting all the parts together. So if anyone need to know about an idea about what's going on over here, that's everything in front of you. I took off the fan, took off the fan shroud also to make for myself better room. Alternator is being out.